Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to this Informal Lamela player review with me, your boy FIFA 1 HD. Before we get into the review, it would mean a great deal to me if you would leave a like, leave a comment below too, and subscribe if you haven't already. So, Lamela, what were my thoughts on his stats? Well, his attack positioning, pretty damn good, as well as vision and acceleration, just let down by that sprint speed. His dribbling and ball control, absolutely fantastic. Really good curve, decent crossing and passing. His long shots and his shot power are fantastic. Like I said, his passing short and long is pretty damn good as well. He has 4-star skills, 2-star weak foot, medium work rates, which I'll come on to a bit later on my thoughts on that. He had the finesse shot trait, which is really good, and the flair trait, which is a nice addition as well. So going into the gameplay and how he played for me, overall I was fairly impressed. You know, my expectations were medium to low, to be quite honest. You know, he didn't have that blistering speed. You know, there was no massive standout areas on the base card stats. Nothing that really made my mouth water over another player, let's put it that way. But his dribbling, as you would expect from seeing that ball control and that dribbling in-game stats, was fantastic. Very good. Able to, you know, turn on a sixpence, really work his way through tight spaces and just dribble out of trouble and dribble into good situations, be it from the wing or inside if he finds himself that far in. Really good in that respect. Enjoyed dribbling with Lamela immensely. Throw in obviously the flair trait and the 4-star skills, and you have a lot of options for how to beat someone. Now this is very important, as he does have good acceleration, but his sprint speed really drops off. So when you are getting caught up by a couple of defenders, it's good to have that in your locker where you've got the good dribbling, you've got the 4-star skills where you can work your way out of trouble. And that's really good as well when he's got such good long range shooting. For me, unfortunately, most of them were saved or they hit the bar. I think I hit the post and the bar with Lamela more than I have with any other player, but I could see the long range finishing was there. It just, for me, maybe on this day didn't quite go in where on another 2 or 3 would have flew in. But you can see that he has got that in his locker. And coming on back to his dribbling, you know, just being able to free up that yard of space to let off one of them shots or to get a good crossing is very important. His crossing, his passing was pretty spot on, to be honest. Really good through balls, chip through balls was solid, crossing was decent as well. Takes a good corner and a good free kick, so he's good on the set pieces. His pace, like I said, the acceleration is fine. That is no problem at all. Over the first 10 yards, he'll do a very good job. But his sprint speed really drops off, like I said. So, you know, I wouldn't play him at right midfield if I was you, because I think he's got too much ground to cover in that position. But at right wing or right forward, I think he's going to do you an absolutely fantastic job. I really do. I enjoyed playing with him. His shooting was hit and miss, to be honest. It was pretty solid. Don't get me wrong. I scored a few goals with him, and I had some really good opportunities, like I said, which on another day wouldn't have hit the post. They'd have crept in. So I do think his shooting is quite good. Everything is on target, don't get me wrong. You know, his shot power is really good as well, which I think helps when the finishing is in the mid-70s. But it's still, the weak foot lets him down. If it's on his stronger side, yeah, he's going to stand a really good chance of scoring. Otherwise, if he's off balance or he's on his weak foot, it just seems to be quite a tame shot, unfortunately, which is annoying, which is why I've sort of rated him down a little bit. Going on to his work rates, you know, like I said before, you know, he hasn't got the best acceleration, and the work rates at medium, I think, you know, sort of compound this a little bit. So you need to play him a little bit further up to get the best out of his dribbling, shooting and passing, etc. for me. But the work rates sort of count against that, you know. Sometimes he'll be in great position, other times he'll be getting back too much for my liking. Obviously you can set the player instructions to stay forward, etc., which do help counteract this. But for me, I did notice him getting back a lot when I wanted him further up the pitch. So it's a little bit of an annoyance, something definitely to take into consideration anyway. especially if you are playing him at right wing or right forward, etc. Definitely something to think about anyway. So overall, I have given Lamela a pretty solid 7.5 out of 10. As you can see, ball control, dribbling, vision, passing, positioning, long shots and shot power all fall under those pros. The cons, which bring his score down to that 7.5, are his sprint speed. You know, it has a massive drop off from his acceleration, which is a shame. His physicality, his strength, he doesn't have the best agility, which is a shame considering his dribbling is so good. And his strength isn't great either, so he can get knocked off the ball fairly easily, you know, muscled off it from stronger defenders and midfielders. Work rates for me was a little bit of an issue. For some it won't bother you at all, but for me it was a little bit of an issue. And his weak foot is a massive issue. If you get it on his right side and you're in a shooting opportunity, you're probably going to miss. If you can finesse shot it with his left, you're probably going to score. So it really depends where he's popping up. But as he plays on the right side, if you're cutting in with that good dribbling and the skills, hopefully he should always be on that left hand side anyway. So it shouldn't be too much of a problem. But it's certainly annoying when you do get into a good opportunity. He's on his weak foot and he absolutely fluffs a terrible shot. But anyway, overall 7.5 out of 10 I think is a fair score. Currently going for around sort of 50-60k, which I think is a pretty decent price. I think it should stick around 40 to 50 to be quite honest, because he's an informed Premier League player who should link in with some good sort of nations, obviously with the Argentinian link. So good for hybrids, good for Premier League teams. So his price should stick around sort of 40 to 50k in all honesty. So that was my review. I hope you enjoyed it, guys. If you did, like I said, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and peace.